Hello boys and girls, this is on the duel of course, and welcome back to some more World of Warships. This time we're in the Tier 9 Imperial Japanese Navy battleship Izumo. This is a quite glorious battleship that I really have enjoyed playing with. It has two weak things though, like with all Japanese battleships, but this is extra weak in the AA department. It has appalling AA. It might look like it has a bunch of guns, especially in the front and in the middle for AA, but really, it has such a weak AA, it's incredible. I think most tier 6 American battleships has better AA than this fucking thing. But what it lacks in AA, it more than makes up in main guns. You have 3 triple 400mm, quite accurate, quite good guns, with a decent reload time and really good alpha damage when you hit those enemy citadels. Like always with Japanese ships, you have a big ass citadel as well. But the best thing about this thing is all of the secondary armaments, the guns that start firing within 5 kilometers of the enemy, or when the enemy is within 5 kilometers from you. They're amazing. You have 6 turrets on each side that are double 120mm guns, and then you have one in the back, triple mounted 150mm turret, and they all start firing at 5 kilometers range. I have already upgraded my captain and the ship, so I think these start firing at 7 kilometers range for me now. There might also have been an update now in the closed beta where it starts firing at 7 kilometers stock and would start firing at like 10 kilometers if I had these upgrades, because that's what my Yamato just did. I just recorded a live commentary with that, and it was a glorious match. I'm gonna upload the live commentary of that later. This is obviously not a live commentary, but yeah, I'm using extra survivability, extra range on my secondary armament, extra reload speed, and also extra range on the commander, and just completely ignore the AA, because the AA is so bad it doesn't matter what kind of upgrades you put on it. AA upgrades might be worth it on American ships, but most Japanese battleships have such fucking poor AA, there's no reason to even bother with them. But this ship is really good though, because you have all of your guns in the front. You don't have to show your broadside very much to the enemy and risk getting penetrated in your citadel, so you can do some great attacks, like frontal attacks to the enemy. Just literally just run right up to them, keep shooting them in their citadel, and have your secondary armaments start pounding them like crazy as well. I mean, you have, it might even be 7, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, no, it's 6, but 7 with the third gun in the very back that can rotate to both sides, and that gives you a total of 1520 to 150mm barrels that actually will start firing grenades slash projectiles towards the enemy within 7 kilometers range, like I said, with my upgrades. So, but we're already taking a hell of a pounding. We only got 9 hits on enemy ships, no citadels, no nothing yet. I'm starting to load or AP ammo here to penetrate the Mugabe's citadel, and we are 2 penetrations, and he just lost all his health. Poor guy. But we're down to less than half. Run now, and let the big boy be Miyagi. I'm being a little bit cocky here, but we have repairs ready. The fire is gonna turn itself out though. Anyways, I'm saving my repair, but I do need to pop my health, because right now we're pretty much at 1/3 of our health. We are not doing that hot at the moment, and we have a Nagato, Colorado, a Fusu, and a little bastard over here trying to get us as well. So yeah, we are definitely bigger than most other battleships on the map here, but we also have a disadvantage. And let's be honest now, 2 American battleships of tier 7 probably can't beat me if they're alone versus me and I have full health and they have full health. But when there's 3 of them, plus a destroyer and a cruiser over there, you gotta watch out. But luckily, I have 2 friendly battleships incoming and 1 cruiser as well, so they're kind of staying away, trying to be a little bit careful. Oh, are we gonna hit? Oh, 1 hit, but no citadel. No cookie, dang it, That stings. That could have been some really, really sweet hits. So we're back to slightly over half our health again. So that's definitely makes me feel better. And as you can see, I'm kind of starting to turn towards the enemy a little bit now. I'm not really running like I used to, and now we're really starting to turn into them. And as you can see, the ship already starts looking a lot better. We have a lot of our secondary armament still alive. You can see some of them being broken on the right side of the ship. The left side is completely intact. So that's the side I really want to use if I want to get up close and personal with the enemy and start pounding them with both main and secondary armaments. So you gotta be kind of careful. This Fuso, Japanese battleship, big, awesome, sweet, juicy looking citadel. He can't really fire at us yet because we're slightly outside his firing range, so we're gonna put some on him and then we're gonna kind of turn in again to make sure our broadside won't get hit too much. Ooh, 2 hits, no citadel though. Is the lost battery gonna hit something? Oh, he's turning away. No hits. Dang it, that sucks. The Mogami definitely ran away though. That little guy is on, I think, 2000 health or something. And it is a tier 8 cruiser, I believe. And only tier 9 cruisers actually get the repair or the extra health you can kind of use as a repair thing. Ooh, there we go. Secondary batteries fired. That's got me to react. And there is the little bastard. As you can see, we are engaging. Oh, Citadel hit on that Japanese battleship. I don't remember what kind of battleship it was, but that little guy probably shot his torps towards me because I was pretty close. We also have a friendly battleship that is quite close. Maybe a Fuso? I believe that might be a Fuso. It looks like it from the... From this far away. It's kind of hard to see though. I'm reloading armor, or not armor piercing, but high explosives to try to get rid of this guy, and I did. 4 hits, 13,000 damage. Boom, done. Popped my health also, so now we're back to almost 60,000 health out of the 78,900 we start out with. So we're definitely starting to look quite good. That guy is probably going to be pretty mad since I've wrecked him with just one single firing of my guns. He shouldn't have gotten too close to me. He got way too close to me. Going for AP ammo again now, obviously since we're fighting battleships. So much fun getting one-shotted. They have learned nothing from World of Tanks artillery. Yeah, sure, but if you're such a fool that you run that close to tier 9 battleship with huge 400mm guns, I mean, dude, you gotta you gotta just stay away. So I'm like, don't get into 6 kilometers range of 400mm guns. Smiley face, or almost like an evil smiley face. So guns are reloaded again. I went for some HE ammo because I want to try to finish off the Amagi or Mogami. I don't quite remember the name of it or how to pronounce it, to be honest. I fire them. I keep going with HE ammo because I think I'm gonna miss there, and I think I'm quite correct actually. Yeah, not a single one hit. He is on 3,000 health only, and I can see the Benson and 1 more destroyers heading our way. They still have 4 destroyers, so I'm kind of trying to stay away from them, and I'm going to fire my HE into the Fuso because it really doesn't matter what I fire at him right now because he's so low on health, but it doesn't look like I'm gonna hit much, sadly. Get 1 hit with the first 2 barrages, and the third one missed completely. We did set him on fire, so that's gonna be good, but I keep it up with the HE ammo because there's so damn many of them now with the cruisers close to us, so we definitely want to try to avoid them. I'm kind of focusing too much on the Nagata right now, I believe. Yeah, now I start figuring out that holy shit, there's a lot of cruisers around here, or destroyers I mean, and we definitely don't want to get wrecked by them. As you can see, we have 2 of the secondary turrets dead on the right side of the ship. Ooh, 3 hits, nice. That's 50% ratio of hitting. That's not too bad. So I'm sticking with it. I'm trying to change course as much as possible here. Luckily, the 2 destroyers close to me hasn't really paid any attention to me yet. But I noticed that that guy is kind of heading away from me. This guy, it looks like a much better target. He's showing a broadside, but I don't really lead the target enough, I believe. So we get no hits whatsoever. I'm trying to get my gun to swing around here. And I'm turning the ship at the same time to just simply get my gun out quicker. here, and he's whining again here. This matchmaking is pretty balanced. No, it is not. Your shells shouldn't do 14,000 damage. ... Just like my torpedoes shouldn't. I don't understand what he thinks is going to happen when you get hit in a small ship like that with 4 high explosive 400mm shells. We're talking about several tons of explosives being dropped on a small little boat that is really not made for much more than 10 or 15 men to crew it. I mean, what are we talking about here? I don't understand. I think he's just butthurt that he got killed. So we're looking pretty good here. They have a big advantage. We have 4 ships left and they have 7. So they have a 3-ship advantage, but we have a little bit better mix of ships, I would say. They have a few too many destroyers here, really. The destroyers are excellent to kill battleships with, but at this time they start running out of smoke and similar. This is bad though. 3 versus 7, not very good. I still have 1 health to pop, but I want to save it. I'm trying to get into the range of my secondary guns now, so I can actually fire upon this little guy, and I'm just trying to move as much as possible to not get hit from their battleship, but I can't actually see it anymore. It's just the two little destroyers here close to me. I'm trying to turn my guns as much as possible, and I want to try to avoid getting hit by any possible torpedoes, but now I feel like I have a good chance to start getting some hits on. I didn't lead the target enough again, sadly, so pretty much a complete miss. Oh, there we go. That might hit. Come on, baby. Ah, nothing. Nothing. We're still on good health though, so it's not too big of an issue, but I'm kind of getting surrounded here. Luckily I have 1 friendly battleship close to me, but I really have to try to kite these guys, because now there's an enemy battleship being ready to shoot at me as well, and quite a lot of these little torpedo guys. He is being forced to follow me though. That means that I can fire with him, at him with my secondary batteries quite a lot, but as you can see, they're horribly inaccurate. We got 1 hit there, did a little bit of damage on him, not much. I'm trying to get some full hits, and there we go, sunk him. 2 critical hits, he is destroyed. That is looking way better. Now it's 3 versus 6, definitely nicer. I'm still kind of running away though, because I'm not sure if he fired his torpedoes or not, so I want to try to be as safe as possible here. Friendlies are capturing the base, it says. I don't really... No, friendly base capture, it's actually at 0, so never mind. I spot the Cleveland. I would prefer firing 8 or armor piercing on him here, to be honest, but he seems to be going in a straight line, and he's going between 2 islands, so there's not a lot of places he can kind of turn to. But sadly, I led the target too much. He manages to stop before any of the shells actually land, so he's completely unscathed. Izumo, luckiest son of a bitch, ... So I popped my last health, and we're back to almost 50k, and that is pretty good, especially 3 versus 6 like this, and the majority of the enemy being destroyers. I have another good shot on the Cleveland. He's extremely low on health. I fire my armor-piercing shells this time that I switched to, but he is sadly sunk before my shells even hit. But as you can see, if he wouldn't have been sunk, we probably would have hit him with 1 or 2 shells in the back and probably would have sunk him. I'm not quite sure though, since the majority that is left now is just destroyers. I'm going for the HE ammo again, obviously. And really, we have 2 destroyers here to the left, and then we have 1 cruiser in the middle and 1 destroyer on the cap, and then 1 battleship behind the 2 destroyers. So I'm kind of like unsure of how do I want to play this. Like, I definitely don't want them to cap our base, so I'm instead of actually helping out our battleship over there that's kind of outmanned, I'm trying to help the cruiser instead get rid of this little bastard that's capping our base, because that might not end good. Here's the Mogami that we got the 2 beautiful Citadel hits on in the beginning of the match. Fire a little bit of HE on him, keep it up with the HE reloaded. Sadly though, the Mogami is very quick, so it looks like we're probably gonna overshoot him. Yeah, we did not lead the target enough. 1 shell almost hits him in the back. That could have been an actual kill, because you can do up to 5k damage with these high explosive shells if you do maximum damage. Our cruiser have actually cleared the capping little bastard, so we're pretty good. I'm putting the shots at different lengths now, 1 a little bit closer and then 2 a little bit further away from the ship. but luckily our cruiser actually takes care of him. Sadly, I would have loved to get that kill since I did basically 90% of the damage on him with those 2 Citadel hits, doing over 30k damage with those hits. But now it's 2 versus 2. Starting to look pretty good for my team. We have a Nagato over there. He has more health than me though. Luckily weaker guns, but he is not a bad shooter. As you can see, he just barely misses because I turned early and tried to avoid his shells. I now reloaded HE ammo to penetrate his nice little citadel. I believe I might have led him a little bit too much there though. It looked like he was kind of slowing down, so I might not hit a single bullet there. Nope, he actually sped up and we do get 3 hits, one which was a citadel hit and do almost 20k damage. Now it's definitely in our favor here because that little destroyer won't be able to do much. I'm too far away for him to get good hits. The Nagato though did get some good hits on us, did 8k damage. The destroyer is trying to hit us with some HE shells, and if it is a high tier destroyer, they can do a lot of damage with their HE, but in this case I'm not too worried. And the Nagato is however regenerating a little bit of health, I believe, because he should have lost more health there really. I fired was it HE or was it AP? I believe it was AP at him, but I missed every single one. I stick with the HP because I feel like the destroyer isn't really getting closer to me. It's probably just trying to focus on our cruiser that's left, and I start turning right towards the Nagato because I want to get close to him. I just want him to keep on firing his full broadside, showing his broadside to me, and I will just simply, every time he fires and has hit me, I will just turn, fire all my guns, and try to go for Citadel hits on him. And I'm down to 30k damage, or 30k health points. I'm getting hit a little bit from the Destroyer, so I'm trying to get away now from the Destroyer as well, because I'm noticed that, okay, he's focusing on me now again, so we don't want to get that extra damage, or get any torps on us. But I also want to get close to the Battleship to be able to use my secondary guns to pummel him with, but I choose to instead show an angled side of my ship, especially now since his AP ammo is coming in. Most of them just bounced off or missed, luckily, so now I can start turning in again, showing a little bit of my broadside and actually fire without having too much of a risk of him actually Citadel hitting me. And I'm thinking, okay, he looks to be not going very quickly, so we're not gonna lead the target too much and hope for some Citadels. Only got 2 hits doing 2.5k damage, another hit doing 1.2, so we're doing very meager damage at the moment, sadly. I'm just trying to make sure I get away from any potential cruiser, or the destroyer I mean, and got a little bit damaged again, 2k, not too bad, not too bad. We're not in too bad of a shape, but it's only 2 minutes left now, and to win this, we need to kind of sink these ships. We need to get stuff done, so to say. So, oh, Citadel, come on. There we go, a second Citadel, beautiful. And 1 hit, and here we go, he is sunk with a 3rd Citadel. That is beautiful. 3 Citadels out of 9 shots shot. That is just beautiful, beautiful. So obviously, I go with going for their cap. I don't really know what I was thinking there, though. When I said that, I probably didn't look at the clock. I'm reloading HE ammo again because I realized that, yeah, it's just a destroyer left and we need to kill him, obviously. So I hopefully will start focusing on him soon instead of actually going for the cap, because this guy is what we need to kill to actually win. Otherwise it's gonna be a draw, and that's gonna suck if you got 3 kills, 7 Citadels, and 4 criticals, 3 fires, and 38 hits in total. That's never fun. So yeah, now I actually probably realized it. I start turning in towards the destroyer instead. We definitely want to get him. The destroyer might actually get our cruiser here. We are in dire straits if he goes down, because then he can focus on us, maybe try to pop a smoke and actually wreck us. But I'm gonna lead the target a little bit more, fire my back gun, and then start leading into the target more. Nope, complete miss again. Ah, dang it. That sucks. Okay, I'm trying to lead the target even more, firing them at different leading ranges, and still nothing, and he has sunk our cruiser. It's just me versus him now. I do definitely have the edge here though, however. But the thing is that if he gets 2 torpedo hits on me, luckily I am screwed. But if I get 1 single hit with my HE ammo, he's done for it. There we go. There it is. 4 sunken ships, 7 freaking citadels. I was quite happy with that. I made 250,000 profit that match actually, so I was quite happy. But like I said, if you end up against carriers and a lot of planes, you're pretty much screwed in this ship, so you need to make sure you have an escort. As usual, thank you guys so very much for watching. Have a wonderful day. Bye bye.